Florida voters will decide in November if medical marijuana will be allowed in the state. Today, the Florida Supreme Court announcing its approval for language for the proposed constitutional amendment. The justices gave that language, which was under debate, approval by a 4-3 vote with conservative justices dissenting. All this just 3 days after a petition drive reached the required number of signatures, more than 1 million of them and about 750,000 that had to be certified. The majority court opinion determines the proposed amendment will not mislead voters about limited use of marijuana for medical use. Governor Rick Scott is one who is opposed to medical marijuana. He said in part, "I have a great deal of empathy for people battling difficult diseases, and I understand arguments in favor of this initiative." But, he goes on to say, having seen the terrible effects of alcohol and drug use firsthand, I cannot endorse sending Florida down this path, and he says, would personally vote against it. Now, 60% of Florida voters have to approve any amendment before it could become law. Polls have suggested consistently overwhelming support for medical marijuana in Florida. Democrats running for governor, by the way, State Senator Nan Rich and former Governor Charlie Crist, both support the ballot initiative. That's it from the Live Desk. Now back to you.
Michael, thank you. And we want to know, in November, will you vote to legalize medical marijuana? Text us yes or no to 29,000. We'll have the results a little bit later in this broadcast.